Alrighty, welcome into another live stream. We do these every weekday, at least Monday through Thursday, around the same time, between 3 and 3:30 Eastern Time, usually around 3:15. If you like the content, feel free to subscribe. I'm here to help you. I have nothing else to ask of you. So share it if you like it. Try to get more people in here. We'll keep on doing these live streams throughout the rest of the bull run, at least. I'll start with Bitcoin, and then we'll get on to your requests, just to cover some important basics in Bitcoin here for what we're looking at for this day and the future ahead. What the price action currently means. If you want more help navigating the markets, I do a lot of extra content in Telegram. We have a private group there through Patreon. You can find that. Should be linked below this or somewhere in my profile. If not, hope to see you there. Otherwise, you can find me on X, formerly known as Twitter. And let's get right to it. Welcome in all the gang. Spicy Dave, you win the name. You got the name of the day so far. Spicy Dave, I like it. Ninja, welcome in. Coleman. Coleman. What's up, all? All right, so think of your requests, what you want to see. Let's go look at Bitcoin here first on the daily chart. Got a little bit of a inverse head and shoulders here happening. Here's your neckline and a breakout into resistance. Now a throwback, bullish retest. So this is where we see if the true bulls are here or they're still asleep. If we break on, it's like do or die, right? Today, tomorrow, right? If we see a daily candle close under 67K, I think the odds shoot much higher of either more sideways consolidation or a retest of the low 60s. Maybe this 100-day EMA around 62.5 as of right now. If we close under that 21, because this is the neckline of this pattern that we've been forming since mid to early April. So we're still good here. We're still leaning bullish bias per this chart. And if we do in fact bounce and we start to go up again, I would expect another range high test at least or new all-time highs. You got to be long if we go all-time highs again. This would be this tested the 21-week EMA here, this low wick. So you always want to have context of what you're looking at here and not just take it as a random puzzle piece. This is telling you a big picture of this puzzle. If we go to all-time highs again, you've got to be long. Right? That's just per this chart. Like everything's starting to make sense. If we close under the 21-day EMA on the daily chart, 67K, likely means sideways or downwards for the next several weeks. We'll see how this plays out. Some altcoins starting to come out a little bit, but not too big today. Got PHB up 11%. That's pretty solid. Femex token, PT up 9%. We got Injective up a little bit, $27. Finally, we need Injective to get back over like $29, $30 to really get super bullish again. Render flirting with range highs. Fetch the AI groupings, the AFI super group, so to speak. Just on a little bit of a chill. Chainlink doing pretty well. We'll get to that a little bit later. Let's see what else. Also, if you're wondering what the hell these colors are out to the side, well, teal is my kind of grouping that I've been watching for 8 months now. But green charts are A-rated charts, hence good grades, right? The yellow or orange are kind of cautious, not terrible, not the best. Could potentially get it together. The red charts, the red are you don't want to be in my opinion, right? This is all my opinion, but they're not fundamentally strong charts, right? The fundamentals on the coins are beside the point. Strongest charts tend to give you the best ROI, and aren't we all here to make the best ROI possible? So if you see your coin in a color you don't like, no hard feelings, right? I'm just trying to help you, right? You can take it with a grain of salt. If you don't like it, that's fine. But as we scroll here, right, as we get requests, we try to rate these based on all the streams, right? This is the coins and the grades. If you see a teal, again, right, they do have a red, green, or orange, but it's more or less on my own chart. And if you want a particular grade, like I can give that to you. Most of my things that I'm watching are green or A-rated charts. Some are orange. I don't think I'm watching nothing in the teal should be a red chart. Okay. You're pretty much automatically in orange if you have super short history because we don't know what it's going to actually do. Other than that, like that's just a side note on what you're seeing. So if you're wondering what all these colors are, right? Red, obviously bad. Yellow, you can think of it as a stoplight here. And this might be a short stream because I have some people here working on the house, getting some windows replaced from a tornado that smashed them all. So I have all my dogs up here with me. So if they get too batshit crazy, we're gonna have to probably cut it sooner than I wanted. But apologize for the barking in advance. Welcome to those of you who made it. We can get to requests in case I have to cut out here quick. So let's get right to it. All right, let's get going. These seem like new ones we haven't had requests for yet, so let's not do stocks. Let's do this one. Go to. If you have a particular exchange you want me to use, I can do that. Otherwise, I'll just kind of pick one that I feel fit. All right, so how we look at our grades, I have a couple criteria. One, first and foremost, how's it been doing since January 2023, right? The start of the bull run. So currently up 3,600%. I think that'll do. 8,000%. This is one of the best ones I've seen, actually. As far as ROI since the start of the bull run, that's pretty impressive. Criteria number 2, are you above kind of your summer lulls? July, August area, really, for most coins. So we fit that. We're even above these early summer highs. We're holding that kind of as support. So this is kind of pivotal here, whether you're going to flip to a weaker selection here. And I can't really grade it as an A chart because you're below the 21 week, right? You got to be above that. But I would kind of put it probably as a B plus. So like yellow, not orange, yellow, like B plus. We'll probably rate this B plus because we're doing a throwback right now. We're kind of testing the bullish waters, so to speak. But you definitely get the B plus part of it, the B plus, because damn, what an ROI already. Going from a fraction, a 20th of a cent to 10 cents, that's pretty impressive. Hell of an ROI so far. So if you got anywhere before, I mean, geez, anywhere under, at 10 cents, I mean, you got to be pretty happy with this. So I'll go orange now, but like a strong orange. If we just get back above like 12, 13 cents, right, that gets us back above into bullish territory, and the pumps here are spectacular. So I like that one. It's just like trying to find its footing right now. Got a little bit maybe too slap happy on the pump side. So let's give this some time, see if it can bounce here in the next handful. We don't really want to see it close below 10 cents again, or at least this high here. So that closed to 8.5. So you could still go down a little bit more here. 20%, right? So I don't think we should be going down that much more. But if we do, that would be more concerning. It might fall to the C, even though one of the best pumping coins I've seen. So kudos to that one. Good request there. Let's go to Rio. Whoops. I don't know where that went. Let's try that again. All right, Rio. So we're at range highs, at least on this one, this exchange, where all-time high range test. We're pretty much above all moving averages. Are we pumping from the bear market to the bull market? Damn, you pick some fucking Superman pumps here, right? 15,000%. Holy shit, man. That is amazing. Like, that is not doable by many coins. That's one of the best, another one of the best ones. So kudos to you for picking these. Hopefully you're filthy rich at this point, or at least have made an insane ROI, because these are two spectacular movers. You want to have your coins be movers, right? The pumpamentals, as Ivan would put it. Now, after you make your moves, right? You don't want to give it away. So you want to hold the 21 week. You see how you can really kind of just do no trends? And a lot of coins have just stayed down here, right? When we get above the 21 week, You want to hold that as support there, right there. Like, look at that bounce right off the 21 week. Hold it again, 21 week, 21 week. Good sign. Until we close back below 140, you got to be leaning bullish on one of the Giga Chads of crypto here. So Rio's looking good. Definitely put this one in A group. So good chart there. Excellent. Next request. All right. Apologize for drinking water. Like when I talk a lot, I get like super dry mouth. That I don't think that's normal, but so if I'm like drinking a lot of water, that's why. Let's get to next request. Keep it right on moving. Might as well do Binance. All right. So let's look at it and also note, like, we're just looking at a simple chart with moving averages. You don't need 78,000 things on top of your charts. Keep it simple. You want to use indicators to back up your thesis and not become your thesis, right? If that makes sense. You don't want to just start looking at indicators and say, oh, well, they look bearish, they look bullish, so I'm going to go with that. No, start here and then see if the indicators confirm what you're thinking, right? So similar vibes here to Chainlink. Chainlink's starting to move up this way though, right? If you go look at Link's chart, this little pattern looks very similar, but Chainlink is actually starting to break out here. This one, not so much yet, but maybe it follows the similar vibes. You can see all the moving averages sideways here, so that's the trend, sideways. And you can really see just a lot of chop here since really even the start of the year. So how's our pumps doing? 600. Really, you want to be about at least 500% to really, get into potential the A rating. You want to get, you want to have the fundamentals there, right? As cliche as that is, right? They've got to do it. So right off the bat, just by looking at that, we're right on the edge of the pumps doing great, but look at the range highs from the bear market. We're still not above there yet. So that's a little bit more concerning, and you can see that the range low wick from the bear is now the range high wick from the bull. So I would put this at orange for now. We're trying the trend to the upside. We've made a nice move, decent size, 500-600% moves. You're still under the 100-week EMA. So we'll rate this orange for now. This could easily get back to green. This could go to a chart. All we got to do is get to right above the 100-week, right? Then you'd be above all moving averages, probably making another higher high. You can see our highs here, right? Nice move up. A high, a higher high, a low, slightly higher low. You want to continue this, right? You want to get to this, back to this zone here, these range highs, until we get above this 5-cent area, right? The bigger moves aren't going to be here. It's going to be up in this area, right? You're going to Giga Chad pump right here, right? That's where we're looking to get. Okay, so that's a good one there. Daily chart, sideways. Look at that. Whatever your moving averages are doing is the absolute odds of what you will continue to do. Trends are hard to change. The trend is sideways. Look at the patience you've had in the month of May here. That was a good day, 35%, but since then, it's just been holding. But you can kind of see it's above the 200-day now, right? This pink line. If we go back below that, sideways or down as the odds, probably retest to the lows. But as long as we can remain above here, then I could, I don't hate it. You could see this previous support though is now flipped to resistance. So watch for that, right? Maybe we could pick up some momentum above this level. So I'd be eyeballing that, but then you can kind of extend this zone to these range lows. Then you're like, okay, well then we can say, oh, now we need to take out a high. And then it's like, okay, now we can look at these lows, and then so you can see how you still have a lot of hurdles to overcome here. But first things first, let's get above this level. All right, CKB with fib extension, sure, do it. I don't think I've seen CKB. I know there it is. Okay, CKB. Let's do weekly. Let's zoom out. Now, CKB is already a green chart, so we've done this before, above the 21 week. right? Above the 618, right? Not many coins are there. So that's already a good sign. The fib extension is already on here. 1618, just shy of 30 cents. Okay, so let's see where that gets us roughly from current prices. We're looking at another, what, 18.5x. That's pretty solid. Now, it doesn't mean we have to go there. It's just like, what are you going to base on? What are you going to base your opium moon boy shit on, right? Is it $589 XRP just because I said so? BitBoy last cycle? Or are we going to like calculate some market caps, go off some fib levels, right? So do all that. Go to CoinMarketCap, see what the current market cap is of your coin, and multiply it by, 1,754%. What is the market cap? If it's, 4 or 5 billion, then of course I can do that. If it's 100 trillion, slap yourself, right? That's not likely. Like a $500 XRP, go do the CoinMarketCap calculation on that. It's like batshit crazy. It would overtake the the global national debt. It's like insane. It was something crazy like that, right? So have context of what you're hearing random YouTubers saying on whatever their predictions are. So could we get up here? Sure. How have the moves been, right? Let's go look at October. Or again, one check, right? 550% currently, but actually got over 1,500% right there from the October swing. So a chart for sure, right? I mean, you could see the difference in this chart versus like a red chart. Let's just randomly click on the first red chart we see. Like, look at Litecoin. Jesus. Like we started the year, the bull run. We'll even give it the benefit of the doubt here, right? The move started here. You're up a whopping 11% this entire bull run. Good pick on Litecoin. Right? So you can immediately see the difference in green charts, red charts. Orange charts are usually more sideways trendy, but at least they're doing something. So let's get right to it. Let's keep it rolling. VIA. All right, another good new request. I like the new requests. Let's go that one. Hopefully we got some history. Not much history. Do we have a better chart? I'm not gonna like talk about it if it doesn't have history. Right, we got to be able to look at it. No history there. Get that one. Nope. So if we don't have much history, like what can we do? It's just a newer coin. Newer coins, like you're just holding in hopes of catching the fire, right? You're hoping it explodes and the wick is lit, and just hold until the end of the bull run, and hopefully you 10, 20, 30x, right? Or more. Trying to do TA on this is useless, right? All right, so sorry to burst your bubble, but that's that, right? Unless you got more history somewhere, right? Off those two exchanges we looked at, I don't see anything. SKL, welcome in, Mr. Sharma, longtime supporter. I recognize a lot of names here. Appreciate all of y'all that have been with me for years now. Been making YouTube videos since 2020. Been in crypto since 2017, if you don't know. So you can go back and look at all my old stuff, but rather embarrassing. Is that it? Scale? Did I make that up? Okay, scale, orange chart. So not the best, but trying to gain this traction here. B plus. Okay, there's our written grade graded by the professor here. B plus. We're starting to get above most moving averages. We're still battling that 100 week. 2022 highs, we are above. So again, you can see we're above these range highs, right? See this? Bear market retest there. First initial resistance. We're flipping that level to support, which is good. We're trying to turn the ship around to the bullish side, but we're still under this 100 week. We're still under the range lows of the bear market, which we kind of pivoted. We tried to get above here. This was like an A chart right here, but it's flipped back to B chart here because we're trying to, we've kind of went down a little bit too far. Like some coins did this, like Injective. Injective was like an A plus chart and it's turned into a little bit of a B chart, just like this one, because it's slipped a little bit too far down here. So let's regain. We can get back above to a chart and green. I would say we got to see really just a weekly close above, 9-10 cents right in this area would absolutely turn back green chart. If we can get back above like 11 cents, close new all-time highs. Let's zoom into the daily. Still more of a sideways trend. At least you're above the 200-day here. So we're not far off. We're trying to flip it around here. But you don't want to see us go back below here. I would get more cautious if we go back below the 200-day. So anything back under like 8 cents, watch out for that. Otherwise, you're just trying to climb up the stairs again. If you move up and bounce here, which you should, right? That's a pretty good kind of bull flag here, right? Nice and tight back down to the 21. This should bounce up back to range high resistance, and then we'll see if we're going to fizzle back down again, or we're going to kind of hold this as support and then move up again. So watch for that on the daily. All right. I gotta learn how to drink. Spilling it everywhere. Okay, let's keep it moving. Welcome in, everybody. I don't like the odds of this having a lot of history. Yeah, we don't have it. We gotta have history. I'm happy to cover your coin, but we gotta have some history to look at. I didn't see any other exchanges to look at there. I tried. HNT. Bybit, this should have something. Okay, let's go to the weekly. Whoops. All right, so it doesn't look like we went through a full cycle the first time, so you get just kind of, I wouldn't pay too much attention to the downwards part. You want to focus on what it's been doing this bull run. So 2023 started here. We closed the candle there. We're currently up 128%. We went just over 500%, so that's good. So it can move when it wants to, but also look, you're now back below all moving averages, so that's concerning. Are you above 2022 summer highs? No. That's concerning. We're down 62% still from the highs of March or February. Look at that. It didn't even make it to March to the highs. So a little bit more concerning here. I'd probably, depending on when you got in this, I would probably go see chart on this, right? There's not a whole lot of good I got going here. You're right on the borderline of, maybe even making your 500% cutoff to even make it to the B chart, which you got that, but you're back under moving averages. Until we're back above like $6, at least get back above your 21 week at 550. Then you can get back to maybe a B chart. A chart starts to come back green again if you're, trending and holding above like 650. But until then, this could stay stuck down here, or just, worst case is it just like churns your wheels and just does that, right? Imagine that scenario. And that's why I'm rating these charts, to try to help you figure out, to get into the faster movers and not get stuck in something that's just spinning its tires and looks like it's doing things and it doesn't do anything. So we're going to rate this a C chart for now. Sorry to burst your bubble again. I'm feeling ignored, teacher. Okay, no name. Sit down. We'll get to BNB. I'll throw a ball at your head. You're like the kid in class at the back. BNB is up here somewhere. It's an A-rated chart, I do believe. Right, look at that. Textbook. Giga Chad pump. Look at the October move. Everyone hates it. Down in October at $200. It's abysmal. 200% move. Hang on a second. I gotta take a phone call. All right, I'll be right back. I have the window guy needs me for something. All right, so I'm getting windows put in. If you missed the beginning of the chat, he just called me, so I got to run downstairs. I'll be right back. Give me 2 seconds. Maybe one of you will still be here by the time I get back. Okay, I'm putting you on mute so you don't hear my dogs going batshit. All right, we're back. Am I back? All right. All right, welcome back. Everything good? I feel like my viewers went up when I left. Maybe I should just live stream nothing from now on. Seems like that's probably better content. All right, we got the window put in. You need my help. Now we should be clear for a little bit. So we'll keep going on the requests and try not to do that again. All right. BNB. Where we at? We're A chart, right? We're at range highs. I mean, it's looking very similar to Bitcoin, right? Bitcoin's flirting with range highs. BNB's at range highs. We just got to clear this. I mean, look at the move. So from October lows, I mean, just a subtle 2x out of a high market cap. You have to also keep in mind of the market caps. Like your $200 million market cap coin might have 5x'd, but to do it with a multi-billion-dollar market cap is something else, right? That's pretty impressive. Holding the EMA 8 on the weekly, we could really come all the way back down to these range low wicks at $500 and still be, overall bullish. So keep that in mind with BNB. Another breakout here. I mean, BNB can really move. And it's probably one of the better performers that's been around a long time, right? It's been around the whole previous cycle, right? And show me another coin that was around last cycle that's done that well as BNB has, right? Not many. Ethereum, Bitcoin, outside of that, BNB is still good. A chart, green chart, looks good to me. All right, next. Clover. All right. Do we see any differences? Let's look at the move. Right at 500%, but the closing is much less than that. We're still under 100 week. We're back below the 21 week with 3 multiple closes. Our 2022 highs, right around this, we're still under that. So not a very great one. I would go maybe C+, but it's still red, right? Just based off of that. Let's check the Gaussian channel. Remove that. Let's look at this. So we did just turn green. So I'll go C+. It could be back to a B, like an orange rating if we can get back to, 8 cents, right? We're not far off, but, the fact that we're still way down here and didn't pump a lot, we're still down, almost over 50%. We're still below the range highs of the bear market. We're under the 100 week. So for that reason, I'm out. No. Shark Tank. So C chart, but on the verge of a B chart. Just got to get back above these range highs. 8.5 cents. And I think we're there. So we'll check in on this, right? These can change. Oh, I'm sorry. I missed the the Fletch quote. Damn it. Sometimes I missed. I love the movie quotes, so I appreciate the super chat, man. Thank you. You're welcome, No Name. Thanks so much. Yeah, I'll continue to do these every weekday, at least Monday through Thursday, around 3:15 Eastern time. I know we have people all around the world watching these, all 20 of them. So if you're here, you're trying to learn something, right? Appreciate that, and you should be, proud of yourself for trying to at least learn something when most people just, want to just all in and 10,000x for their shit coins. So at least you're learning, right? What else? Link. You can go to Chainlink. Go look at Chainlink. I was gonna do a Chainlink video for YouTube today, but I might have to push that till tomorrow for the construction at my house right now. There's all kinds of stuff going on here. All right, let's get up here to Chainlink. If you're wondering why Chainlink's not rated, it's in my teal zone, but it is an A-rated chart now. It just got upgraded from a B chart, and we actually have the only blue line you're going to see in any of my charts ever is going to be a Chainlink, because that's where Sergey shows up and sends us to the moon. The blue moon right there, just close above 22, and at least the 786 is coming. Right, that's a pretty good move. 31, right? There's nothing else in between there. So that looks great there. And why we went from B because we were stuck down here. But as we mentioned in previous Chainlink videos, this move down and then these little bit of lower lows, right? That's pretty bullish. Low volume, and then we held support, and then bounce, little trampoline effect. We're now back above all moving averages. But looking at the weekly chart, we have these swing lows here. We can go into the daily here. Let's zoom in. right? And you're like, what's this zone? This is our most important zone to hold. And look how we held the bottom of it, right at the EMA 8. Previous swing high, resistance, 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 breakthrough, support, breakthrough again. And usually this is going to hold as resistance, but Chainlink pretty strong. Move down with a wick to the 21-day EMA, bounce back up, holding the 21 perfectly. As long as we're holding above that EMA 8, I mean, let's shoot for the blue, save us Sergey line, right? Let's not move that down, sir. Right up there, 2180. Right, that's our kind of high close right there. Make sure that's right. It's $22 high, but the close is 2171. So if we close above 2180, I think the flannel shirts are getting sent out FedEx overnight. All right, so let's fingers crossed on that. If we come back down, don't panic. Right, we just want to hold the 21-day EMA, 1650 to 17 area. No big deal. I would kind of expect that. Certainly after, how long we ranged in here, right? We could come back up here, come back down a little bit, chill, hold this as support until like a nice little alt season starts. And then, rockets, skyrockets in flight there, right? All right, so we'll do an update more in depth on that on YouTube. Probably tomorrow. It's getting a little late in the day. And I got people and dogs everywhere. I've all 3 of my dogs in this room, and windows and all kinds of construction going on here. Trying to get the house repaired from tornado damage. So sorry if you joined and I wasn't here. I was down there. All right. Let's do Algo, another request. Good request on that. I don't think you're going to like this. So I think this is a C chart, if I remember right. I'm going to try to start remembering. All right, let's go to the weekly. I mean, you tell me, right? I mean, look at it. Does it look like anything like the green charts we've been looking at? Right, it's almost like a macro downtrend since like in 2019. It's like never gone up, like just like a little bump right there. Well, it's a pretty big bump, but been going down ever since, right? Where the start of the bull run. Right, let's go from that high. I mean, we're barely up. We're approaching Matic territory here. We're up 10% the entire bull run. No, we're underneath the 100-week EMA. We're underneath the 200-week EMA. Right, this would be like Bitcoin at like 20K. No bueno. 2022 highs. Right, we should be. This is just to qualify as an A chart. We would have to be at like 45 cents. That's you're 140% from making it to the green zone. To be a B chart, like I could probably rate you a B chart if we get above 30 cents. We're still way the hell. We're down below all moving averages. Our pump from October to March highs was half of the 500% that I usually like to see. We didn't get above our bear market lows even. 2022 lows. We got resistance there. Solid C chart here. Red chart. All right, what else we got? Gala. Let's look at it. I know it's on here. I don't know what color I gave it. I don't think it's green. Trying to do my best to remember all these. There it is. Orange. B minus. Okay, we got the minus. You barely squeaking by as a B, huh? Under the 100-week resistance zone. This is probably why, right? Support, resistance, resistance, resistance. Still below the 382 in the fib extension. We're trending sideways. Look at the sideways action. That wherever your 21-week is doing is likely the trend that you're going to remain in for the foreseeable future. So sideways it is. Battling the 21 weeks, closing below it, right on it, just above it. So we're trying to get it going here. We're maybe trying to shake off the minus part. I'd say if we can get, close a substantial candle above 5 cents, maybe we can change this to like a B or a B plus. But if you're looking to get this to a green chart, you're going to have to close above 9 cents, if you're wondering. Glad you asked. The pump factor, right on around the 500%. That's about average. So yeah, hopefully that makes sense. Let's look at some indicators. We have no momentum. There's your stochastic. You're barely on the bullish side of the fence for RSI, your strength. I mean, that's like, it's battling. It's like, does it become a bear or does it stay the bull, right? So, deciding which team it's on. Let's go look at the Fisher transform. Maybe if I can click it correctly. Still triggering down, making new lows, right? Not looking good there. Don't really have anything else. So I would still put this at a B minus, right? Hopefully that makes sense. Hopefully you're not like, why is it the B minus? Hopefully, like, after I give it a grade, you're like, okay, I see that. Whether or not you want to see that, I don't know. Yeah, we just looked at Chainlink. I'll make a Chainlink video for YouTube tomorrow too. Okay, ASM. We'll keep the requests going. I got 20 people here. Okay. Go with Coinbase. It's always decent exchange. Alrighty, might as well start off with our October. Man, it started going before October, huh? Let's just go from the lows. Oh, okay, over 2,000%. Okay, that's pretty solid. Got to, why, you don't have to wonder why it stopped there, right? Just look over here. I mean, it's right at the high closed wick zone, right? Right, so that's when the bigger moves will start to show up again. I wouldn't say this is a cup and handle, but it's, it's like maybe your third grader cup and handle potentially. Like your kindergartner brings home from pottery class. That looks pretty lopsided, so I wouldn't go with that. But it's. I'm just trying to see, everything. I haven't looked at this chart before, so I'm trying to do this on the fly here. August 2022 highs, so we're kind of battling that, right? That's usually a pretty good level to know if you're super bullish or not, right? We're kind of battling that, so probably going to go with the B chart. We're not really terrible here, but we're down a lot from range highs. Still down 80% from that blow off wick. That's a pretty good bit. What is the total drawdown here? 85%. This is one of the hardest hit I've seen from really the highs to the lows over the past couple of months. So it's trying to recover. Nice week this week, up 27%. Close back above 5 cents, and I think we can probably rate this better. But I would go with B chart for now. So a little cautious here. We could get stuck. Not a red. Let's get it accurate here, bud. Okay, so we're orange chart on this one. B rating for now, but it's right there. It's got the good pump effect. All right. Nice car. First car. My first car was a used. I think my mom bought it for me for like $2,000 after I graduated high school to go to college. It was 1987 Cadillac. It was a Cadillac. I don't remember I think it was just a DeVille, like the old school. Yeah, it didn't last long because like the engine was not good, and yeah, it wasn't long. It was less than a year, I think, but it worked out. It was great. I still remember it. It was comfy. First car. Glad to help everyone out here. Yeah, I'm just doing these to help teach you. I have nothing to gain out of this, so I'm just trying to help you avoid all the bullshit I went through starting out. So if it helps anybody, and it's worth it. As corny as that is. Okay. ASM. Okay, so you've been stopped out. Yeah, I mean, look at the volatility. I mean, Jesus. No wonder. A lot of volatility in that. So don't beat yourself up too much. That's a pretty volatile asset right there. Let's see, GRT. I think we have GRT here. I actually think I just upgraded GRT to an A chart. Might as well just type it in. It's up here. I know I'm not giving up. Damn it. Might have to give up. I know I'm pretty sure it's in my green list. GRT, right? Oh, there it is. Thank God. I was like, oh, maybe I didn't rate it. Okay, look. So why is this an A-rated chart? It's above all moving averages. So right there off the bat, you have some pretty good chances of being an A. Because not many are like that, right? We haven't looked at many. Over 500% from October highs or October lows to March highs. We could be like an A plus if we were like really over 60 cents. So we're still 2x away from that. But the fact that you're above all moving averages, you're pretty close to auto qualifying for an A-rated chart because not many are there. I mean, you could just blindly look at even some of these A charts are not above all moving averages. I'd love to get back above here. I think you'll get some bigger moves here. But nice move. I mean, still from your January highs, your first weekly candle close, you're still up, a nice amount, right? Almost 400%. You went up over 600% from lows to highs from your high close in January where we started the bull run. All your moving averages are trending up. Another good sign there. Let's remove this and look at the Gaussian channel. Gaussian channel is green and well below you. That's another good sign. Your Gaussian channel, the top is also kind of right at or above your breakout zone. Another good sign. Your move down did not invalidate this zone, which many coins did on this move down. So that's another check mark for the bulls. The only thing you could argue with that's bearish on this chart is that you're not above this zone yet. That's it. Everything else looks spectacular. So if there's one hesitation for me, it would be that. And, that's not necessarily a bad thing. I think we'll probably make some bigger moves once we get above there. I mean, you're looking at, let's say we break above 55 cents. Your next range high is another 2x from that, right? So keep that in mind. Let's look at the fib extension on this really, really, really quick. I know I did it at one point, but whoops. So if you hold down control on your keyboard, right, it'll snap right to these wicks and make it much easier for you than trying to, eyeball it or get it accurate. If you hold down control, it'll snap to it. So the 1618, someone's salivating right now saying that. I don't know if we're going to get all the way there, right? Because we did take part in some of this last cycle pump. And that you have to factor that in, right? If it was around last cycle, it's likely going to do less than some of these others that are newer this cycle. Just likely, right? Not guaranteed. So look at I don't know what the market cap is off the top of my head here, but I mean, another 11,000% from here. That's a little much, right? That's over, 100x, right? Yikes, right? So where could we potentially get? Do we have something we could do in between that? So if that's like too much for you, well, I know you'd like to see that, but you can also go take fibs from, previous swings. Like let's just go from the new one or the most recent, swing high to low. You can do that as well. And then you get these little meteorary kind of swings. And these will just be levels to pay attention to, nothing to go all in or all out. You don't want to pay too much attention to fibs. They're like areas of interest, okay? So I would say a zone to be watching for GRT, GRT when we get up there. These range highs here to a zone of the 1618. So from 85 cents to 110, you're probably going to see some hesitation in there on our next move up. The 2618 above that, and again, look at that. You can't make this stuff up here. Right, there's range highs here, match right in that zone again. Right, so I almost guarantee that you're gonna find some hesitation right at somewhere in this zone, and then again somewhere in that zone. Range highs, the 2618. You want to have all this telling you a story, and if we break through that, well, then you can look at $5 and $9, and not what we're looking at $30. Yeah, that's a little much maybe, but So we're looking at 200%. So we got a 3x to this zone. You got another 7x to here, and then you're potentially looking like 17x and 29, 30x. Do I think all those are possible? Maybe not up here, right? Don't be the exit liquidity, right? Don't buy all the hype. If you see someone saying GRT to $150 this cycle, like, realize they're probably full of shit. Just check yourself here, right? Realize if you're up 5 or 10x in a cycle on any coin, do yourself a favor and take some profits, pay yourself. The regret of not selling is always going to outweigh the regret of selling too early. Trust me. All right, so that's pretty good on GRT, right? I'm going to keep that on there. That's pretty significant. Yeah. So watch this back for GRT. I would bet you in the months ahead, these levels show that that's going to be something. Alrighty. Keep it moving. AKT. All right, let's get back off my green list. Go there. I think this is a new one, new request here. Akash, or I might have just deleted it, so that doesn't give me the. I know someone's request. Oh, that's a hell of a good coin. I don't know why this wasn't. I know we've requested. Maybe I just deleted it for my own selfish reasons. I don't know. It looks great though. I mean, you don't even need to look at anything. This is an A chart, right? Absolutely. Like uptrend only, above all moving averages, at range highs. Like, you don't need to do much analysis on this to know this is a great looking chart, right? So it's like immediate. Like, it's like the student in the class that's always the overachiever. Like, they've got hundreds on all their tests. Like, you don't need to do much to that person, right? They're gonna do well, right? This looks great. All these range low tests, look at how it holds the 21 week. I mean, it's like perfect. This is like about as textbook of a bull chart as you can get. Like, holding the 21 week. This is absolutely Stampsies, double Stampsies, triple Stampsies, no reversals, bullish. Looks great. If I haven't made that clear, let's look at the Gaussian channel. Like, you could guess it's way the hell down here. Looks great there. Bollinger Bands. Looks great. Fine. We got any volume? Let's look at volume. Declining volume, not a big deal though, right? Uptrends don't need huge volumes to continue. You're looking for volumes to reverse or start June trends. Back to EMAs. So that great looking chart, absolutely perfect. I would almost go A+ there. Hopefully that helps you. Appreciate everyone being here. 28 likes, or 28 people watching. 25 likes. I appreciate it. All of you. Thank you so much for watching. We'll keep it going. We're doing live streams. If you're new, if you're just tuned in, right, we're doing live streams, for the past several weeks. We'll continue to do live streams during the week. Every weekday, Monday through Thursday at least. Sometimes Monday through Friday. 3:15-ish. Try to put it out on Twitter. So if you're not following me on Twitter or X, follow me there and you'll get the alert, or you can just turn on the notification bell, or just, subscribe to Telegram, and I put it out there before I get on here as well. GRT 3 billion market cap. Okay, so that makes a little bit of a difference, right? Probably not gonna do a what do we look at, 100x at a $3 billion market cap, right? That puts it in perspective. So yeah, always look at market caps before you buy in the whatever YouTuber's saying about what the price is gonna be, right? Do the market cap calculation. It's real easy. Do yourself a favor there. Bonk. I think that's the next one in line. Bonk, I believe, is, believe it or not, a green chart. Most meme coin. I mean, look at Floki, Turbo, Whiff, not quite, right? Whiff coin didn't make the cut. But I do believe Bonk is in the green. Jib, green. Doge, green. Bonk, there we go, green. All right. And even though it doesn't have much history, I mean, just look at the chart though. How do you not like that? It's been up and up. break range high tests, explode again, back to range highs, testing now. As long as we hold this, we're good. Right, this level right here. We got to hold here to keep these bulls in bigly charge. Okay. Damn, the window guy needs me again. Throwback, hold this line, and we should be good. Let me get this phone call. I'll be right back. Don't leave. And we're back. We only lost 5. That time is good. All right, you ever see the SNL with Ben Affleck on the radio? And we're back. No, you gotta check that out. It's great. All right, so let's keep it going. Hour in. Did we do bonk? I think we kind of finished out there, right? Nice little breakout here. High close, all-time high close. Just a throwback retest. This is where we see if the bulls are still in charge or we need to take a bigger rest. If we come down, swing lows right at the 21 week. If we invalidate this and close below here, I mean, obviously we're going down here, right? Or worse. Close under the 21. That's where the issues can start. But momentum in some of these meme coins, you don't want to be taken too lightly. So ride the wave while it's good. Momentum's hard to stop. The trend is up. And, we haven't even seen an alt season yet. Some of these memes have been going up when Bitcoin dominance is going up. We're going to see some serious shit once Bitcoin dominance tops. If it hasn't already, there's some signs Bitcoin dominance is actually looking rather weak. But it's still a green chart. I even rated this one, but it's starting, right? Look at here. Bitcoin dominance. If you want your altcoins to soar, we might be on the verge of 4th of July here. We just closed under this 21 day. Maybe we can really pick up steam here, right? This has the signs and the remnants of a topping candle. And if we want to see an alt season, right, this isn't it. But I mean, look at the uptrend. Look how well. You got coins like Fetch It. You got coins going up thousands of percents as Bitcoin dominance has been done nothing but go up. What do you think those coins are going to do when Bitcoin dominance drops and takes out these lows? We get back below 50% Bitcoin dominance, you're going to see fireworks like we haven't seen since 2021. Yeah, so I'm just gonna like I feel like I've gained watchers when I leave. I had to leave twice during this stream to help my window guy put in a window, and they're gonna come back and nobody's left. I don't know, it's weird. So maybe we'll just have to do that randomly, or I just put my dog here when I leave. The dog's right here. I have all three dogs in my right around me, because the workers are here and my dog just barked nonstop. But let's keep it moving here. So good question. When do I think it's too late to move from slow to fast horses? Well, the honest answer is never. You can always jump horses, but if you wanted to ideally do that, I think you have really until Bitcoin dominance has an actual more or less confirmed top. We don't really have it yet, but we're working on it, right? As soon as we start to flip bearish here, if I downgrade Bitcoin dominance to an orange, I think that's probably when you got to do it, and we don't have it yet. We just don't have it. You're like, well, what about if we go under the 21 week? Well, that's a good start, but we did that before. That was kind of our red down. We really need to see a downtrend, and honestly, that starts right there. Under 51% on a weekly, get under the 200 week. So I think you're still okay. There will be you're going to miss some, right, if you're not doing it now, but I think you got to have all your bags fully packed when you see Bitcoin dominance below the 200 week. So just throwing that out. All right. Good question. I think I missed another one up here somewhere. Elliott wave theory. Yeah, I don't necessarily like it because it's too subjective. Very subjective. It's probably the most subjective tool and misused tool, period. So Elliott wave, I don't use it that much just for that reason. If it's correct, but it depends. If it's correct, it's still difficult to, nothing's 100% accurate, right? And the fact that you can have it subjective and be wrong, and so it's like you have experts that, use Elliott wave, and if one of the waves is wrong, they just kind of adjust their chart to like, oh, that wasn't really the C wave. That was the bottom of an ABC correction. Let's remove this. And then you can subjectively change it to kind of cherry pick the data. So for that reason, I don't like it. And that's why I don't use it generally. And I would really suggest you not doing it unless it's like unless you're seeing someone that's been in charting like Peter Brandt or John Bollinger is using Elliott waves, or someone that's been around the markets for 20 years plus. If they're doing it, okay. If you don't have like a CMT degree, or you're not a charter market technician, you haven't been doing it for 20 plus years, I would never trust an Elliott wave theory, right? I would not do it. Just my opinion on that, but there you go. My point exactly. Live stream. Oh, I'm going to start off my live streams just with an empty chair and just slowly rise out of it. I'm going to do it next time. SNX. Let's go look at SNX. I think I have it here. Let's see what, maybe not. Maybe I deleted it again. All right, let's do an SNX rating. I don't think it's very good. If it's not here, it doesn't. And I've already done it. It's probably not good. So SNX. Below the 100 week, below all moving averages. There's the 200 week, right? Not good, right? Not great. Not good nor great. From the start of the bull market, you're only up 72%. From the highs, you still only went up a 3x. The start of the bull run, you're below all moving averages. The 2022 highs, right? You should be above there. So we've missed all three criteria to get an A chart. You're really below all moving averages, so it's tough to get a B chart even with that. And now you've just taken out your previous lows and below range high resistance flip to support. So the rating, right? It's got to be red here. This is a C chart. Not great. Right? There's no positives out of this, honestly. You could argue it's in an uptrend, but like, is this the uptrend you want? like you're up 70% from the start of the bull run. Not great. Although you're doing like 80% better than Matic, so you got that to go. Gotta work in a Matic joke at least every stream. If you don't know about Matic, it's lost you money since the start of this bull run, so that's why Matic is literally down from the start of the bull run. All right, we'll see if we can put. I got all three of my dogs are rescues. I have a lab mix, two lab mixes. One's like a runt lab mix. It's like half size. It's like a wiener dog mix lab, which no one's ever seen. And then I have a Chihuahua rescue. So we would just set the Chihuahua on. He follows me everywhere. He won't stay. Fetch merging. I don't think you have to worry about that. So with the fetch merging, would you buy the other two coins? Well, they're going to be one coin, and you're not going to get. It's not going to be a prorated discount or anything. So I feel like there's a lot of misunderstanding about what's going on with that. So if you don't know, Fetch, Ajax, and Ocean are going to become ASI. I think the first or second week of June, and it'll be it'll be the same, right? You're not going to like gain anything by buying Ocean over Fetch or Ajax over Ocean, right? It's all going to be fundamentally the same. However much you have now or how much you buy now will translate to. They've already worked out the equation. You need to read more about it, right? It's just going to be. Just read more about it, right? It's too in depth. I could go on for 20 minutes about this, but go read on whatever the website is. Someone in the chat, please put where to find more information about that. It's either on, I can't ever remember. It's either on Ajax's website or whatever, but it's not going to benefit you at all buying one over the other. They're all going to fundamentally be the same. You're going to get equal distributions no matter how much you own. Don't worry about it. Don't read too much into that. Now, what we do need to worry about is what the hell ASI is going to do when it comes into fruition. Right? That's the maybe the joke of the day, right? We don't know if that's going to be great or be the death sign. I think it's going to be good. Oh, finally, you showed up. You showed up to request your file of network. All right, I would have forgot again, and then you would have had to remind me again on the next stream. I just have it. It's up. It's right here somewhere. There it is. All right, it's in orange, by the way. So it's not great, but it's not terrible. So follow network, range high test, flip to resistance, right? From the bear market, range highs, resistance on new bull market highs. We're trying to battle the 21 week. We're still below the 100 week. We're below a couple. We're above a couple. But we do have some nice, decent pump effects, 400%. We're still not as high as I would like to see it. So this is why the orange chart, it doesn't look like it's super trending in the right direction, but it's not necessarily down. It's above some moving averages. It's at least trying to hold the 21 week, which is about the last kind of criteria for holding into the B chart territory. If we close under 17 cents, I would downgrade this to a C chart, if that puts it into perspective. To get to an A chart, we got to get back above. You just close above this high. If you want to see this chart turn green, close above 32 cents. It will turn. I would take this to red if it closes below 17 cents. All right, so not spectacular just yet per the chart, right? It's really done not much in a couple of years, right? We're now looking at 2 years of just kind of range bound. So we need to make a move. All right. All right, near. Near, I think, is a green chart. Yes, sir. And a spectacular green chart. Look at a smiley face. It's not a smiley face. Let's go look at it. Right, it's the daily chart. Right, we looked at this one because this looked exactly like Pepe back in here, and we said, like, what if it just follows what Pepe did? And it just did. It broke out, Broke out of the little inverse head and shoulders neckline here, retesting the base now and holding here. This looks like Bitcoin as well. All right, we'll go look at the Bitcoin daily chart, which we started the stream on. Right, breakout, throwback, retest. Bulls are still here, but it's like do or die here for near and for Bitcoin. If Bitcoin closes back below 67K, it's probably going to retest mid to low 60s again, I would guess, which we'll go look at this just real quickly again right after this. But for near to maintain the bullish momentum that it's had, we've got to hold the line here. Worst case is 750 right in there. If we close under that EMA 34 in the orange, 740, then probably going to come back to these ranges, and I would kind of watch these lows. So 680, and then from there you can move it to the next low right down here. And then, you know, if we break that, right, it's going back here, which is also where the 200-day is. Go back to the weekly, remove all the scribble, and it looks much better here. Right, it looks very strong on the weekly chart. I mean, it's testing range highs still. So this is why it's an A chart, right? If you look great on the higher time frames, then you're looking great. Right? Yeah, look at the moves. See what this pump is from October. The October lows, the highs, you're 9x, over a 9x here. You're still up 8x, right, from the lows. That's great. So the pumpamentals are there. I can't ever say it with a straight face, but it's true. Your 2022 highs, you know, you weren't around all that time, but you know, looking good. When it goes, it goes. When it back retests, it holds the 21 week above all moving averages. For that reason, good looking chart, and you know, A plus is on the horizon here. Get back above 824. Close above 824, it's A plus chart. So there's a couple coins. There's very few. I would say less than 10 from ones we've looked at out of 100 that are borderline A plus chart. This is one of them. Oh, I did want to show you Bitcoin because I just talked about it. Bitcoin, because what Bitcoin does, like the rest of the market's generally going to follow until Bitcoin dominance falls. So see my little smiley face on this as well. Let's go look at Bitcoin here, right? See, you can see the little inverse. We led off with this on the stream. So if you want to see more about this, go rewatch the stream here. Shoulder, head, and that's really like, you know, that's a special head, but we'll go with it, right? Neckline here, breakout into resistance highs, throwback to test these highs, and it's holding. So 67 is the line though. Daily close today, tomorrow, the rest of this week. If we close under that, I would say probably going to hit somewhere lower, like mid 60s. If we take out, you can see my alert here. We take out 64.5, we're probably going to come down and at least hit the 100-day EMA. It's low 60s. And then we got to worry about hitting these range lows and reversing the trend here. So there we go. There's our kind of our stair-step approach. I would go even another level and go right there. So 67. 65, then you have 60. Well, really, you can make it like the 100-day EMA there. Then 60K, then 58K. If we take that out, yikes. Also, if you don't know, side note, we looked at this in our Telegram group this morning that the Bitcoin hash ribbons have signaled capitulation here, right? For the first time in a year. Last time was last July, right? And then we got our buy signal. So we're looking for our buy signal again sometime between now and the next 2 months. It could take a while, right? That was like 6 weeks, I think. We've also gone times where we don't even get a buy signal, but we're looking to get the buy next. And you know, the last time before that, right, that marked the bear market bottom, right? So it doesn't necessarily mean a crash is coming, although, you know, sometimes it has meant that. So we got to just, more importantly, I would use hash ribbons more for buys versus, you know, trying to panic or anticipate a sell or a drop. You can just use like the 4-hour chart and daily chart to get some more warnings on that. But just a side note, if you're, you know, been with me on this whole stream, right, hopefully that's a little bit of a bonus for you. Looking at hash ribbons. All right, probably going to wrap it up here soon. Never mind, we have much more requests, so we'll get to it. Where do I think near goes to? Let's look at near. Go back to near. I'll get to request IOTA in a second. Let me do the fib extension on near. Damn it, where'd it go? Go to our green list. There we go. Okay. So this one's going to be difficult because you can't really do a fib extension. I don't really like fib extensions when they start with like opening candles. I'm not really a fan of that. So I'm not going to like try to do a prediction, but even this previous swing high, swing low, like this will be maybe areas of interest. 1430, right? What's the market cap on near? I don't know. But yeah, I would be hesitant to do a kind of a forecast on that. I like a little bit more history, or at least like some kind of a longer version of history to do a solid fib extension. But you can use these swing highs to lows. Right? I would do it from there to there, and then this one to this one, and then kind of make notes of what those levels are. Because we're almost in price discovery. Well, we really are, right? So that's kind of out the window, if that makes sense. So just be careful of you seeing like fib extensions from way back, or on these early candles. I don't necessarily buy that. You can find a lot of times where that didn't work out well for you. IOTA. If I remember right, I don't think IOTA's that great, but let's go take a look. Oh, maybe it is. Nope. Well, I think let's just look at it weekly. Yeah, no bueno. Underneath all moving averages, we're still at range lows. 2023 start, we're only up 20%. Then the entire bull run, not looking good. We're still down like 90% from the highs. Trending down. All moving averages still are pointing down. This is like, no. Dumpster fire. I mean, this is like Bitcoin being at 20K here. Real bad. Range high tests, we got rejected off the 200 week at the move. And we only went up 100 and, less than 200% here. So no good. Red chart added. Whoops. I think I added IOTA to the green chart. Damn it. That's what I get for not going back to my watch list here. But IOTA is red. I gotta do it before I forget. All right. Now what? Near has an $8 billion market cap. Holy hell. That's pretty solid. So yeah, I'd be wary of anybody calling for Near to be going to skyrocket high prices, if that makes sense. All right. That's about it. PNG. Well, you're in luck because it's at least a green coin. Look at that. Range highs, holding the EMA8, looking good, well above this breakout. Look at that pump. 357. Oh my God. Wouldn't you love to be a part of that? Maybe you were. There's 8,000% inside of 5 months there, folks. That's what we like to see. Hell yeah. About as textbook of an A chart as you can get. Great move. And the fact that we're not giving it back at all and just kind of holding this kind of rectangle zone consolidation, another good sign. If we close above 60 cents, you're going to see more fireworks, I would guess, because when it moves, it moves. That's what you want. This is the pumpamental effect. Good sign there. I would only get bearish or, be less excited if we went back below like 37 cents. That you can see the range lows there. And then also the 21 week is right there. So that's where I would get concerned and, remain bullish until then, right? Because you could just kind of range test here for a couple months until alt season hits. When alt season hits, I bet you this goes pretty crazy. So good request, PNG. I think VeChain is not in the list that you want. I might have either removed it or it's in the red. See if it's in the red here. Pretty sure it is. Or it's beyond red. It might be orange. You might have got lucky. Let's go look at it. I'll just type it in. Thought I could find it. Maybe I just deleted it. Maybe I really don't like it. Actually, it's not too bad. I've probably put this in. It's probably on my orange list somewhere. Maybe on a different exchange. Just looking at it here. VeChain. October highs. Not very good on the pumpamental effect, but we're above the 100 week and the 200 week, which is better than most. We're above our range highs here. Trying to hold that as support. This one we can use like the fib extension, right? Let's look at this. Okay, so let's see what we got here. Can we get to all-time highs first? So that's another 7x from current prices. Then we'll be looking at 5,000%. That's a little tall of an order for me. Let's see what we did last cycle. From the pandemic lows to highs. Well, I mean, maybe. There's an outside chance of that. But I don't see how you wouldn't be too happy, right? 7x back to all-time highs from our lows to all-time highs. That's still pretty impressive. To do 20x the second cycle, that's pretty good. So I'd still put this B chart. It can't be A chart yet. We're not above all moving averages. We didn't get the super pump effect, right? So I'd still be cautious on this one, not get too excited yet. But I think once we get above like this 9-cent level at this previous range high from the bear market, I think we could pick up steam to the upside here. All right, 22 people. We'll do one more. Let's do H bar. Then I'll probably call it. This is another long one, almost 90 minutes. This is our longest one, but you know I'm making up for me having to leave for a couple times during this live stream. What was the request for? I have attention span of a chicken sandwich. H bar. Anybody knows who says that on whose signature quote that is? That'd be hilarious if you know, but that wasn't made up by me as much as that would be cool. It's not a crypto YouTuber. Okay, H bar. Week. Look at the volatility. Jesus, what the hell news? I would say this is kind of some kind of news event. 200% swing inside of 2 weeks. Looks like that to me. But we're trying to get it moving here. H bar. Look, that's decent size move. But until that came, right, it wasn't very great. I give this the benefit of the doubt. I don't know if I'd put it A chart, but I put it like a strong B chart, orange, only because the pump wasn't that great, even with this high ass wick, right? Not very good, right? I'd like to see like 500% plus, and many coins did that. Pretty much every A chart went over 500% from October to March. Bear market lows didn't even make it there, but it's trying to trend up. It's trying to gain some traction here. So I'll put this as an orange B chart for now. Could flip to A, but it's gotta really do another one of these numbers. I'd like to see it do. Let's see, like give it a month, and let's do a 2x in like a month, right? And let's get up like back to these range highs. I get to 20 cents, and I have no problem throwing that into the A rating. But until then, it's still a little cautious because this could just trend sideways or go back below the 20-on week. You don't want to be caught in that mess. I would be, bearish and put this as a C chart if we get back below voice cracking, 8 cents. If we go back down here, I would be a little bit more cautious than optimistic there. All right, we'll end it on the highway voice cracking and all my dogs going crazy because my wife just got home, so got to run out. We'll go look at my newly installed windows, and hopefully no more tornado damage for me. Appreciate you watching this long if you have. Kudos to the super chatters. I'll rock out tomorrow. We'll be back tomorrow. Tomorrow's Thursday. For sure be there tomorrow. 3:15 Eastern time. I'll see you there. Join our Telegram group if you haven't already. There's a free one. There's a paid one. You get a lot more extra content in the paid one. Try to do more teaching how to fish versus just fishing for you. I hope to see you there. Pringles Primo. Spicy Dave, you've been here the whole time. Kudos for that. 47 gold. 48 for you, Spicy. Name of the day. Appreciate you all being here. Great interaction with all of you. Good night, good afternoon, good morning, wherever the hell you are.